Welcome to this bonus edition of Strange New Pod. I'm your captain and host, Julian Brown, and no, we were not prepared for these. Not at all, whatsoever, but we're here because it's the Enterprise, and it's Uhura, and it's La'an, and it's the Enterprise.
I'm always prepared.
I mean, that's true. We are always prepared. As much as we can
state
be.
of readiness.
I will say that I was actually fully prepared and then got the text, oh, by the way, La'an dropped. And I was like, well, now I'm not prepared. But we're doing this thing anyway. Alongside me, joined, as always, the best bridge crew this side of Earth Space Dock. It is Lieutenant Commander Hawk and Captain Girafe. Jolan True, how we doing tonight? I know how you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I'm happy. Be happy.
Too. I'm pretty happy.
I'm happy. We're getting there, man. It's like, it's the 29th. It's pretty much like just over a month away for Strange New Worlds, and that's freaking exciting. So let's get right to it, guys. How about we watch some teaser trailers, right? We are here to listen to and watch and break down both the Uhura Strange New Worlds teaser trailer and the La'an Noonien-Singh teaser trailer. We're going to go with our girl Uhura first because why wouldn't we? It's Uhura. We love her. So hopefully, like last time, this goes off without a hitch. We're going to play them on here and then we're going to, rewind and go back and forth and, watch them. So it's going to be fun.
Sorry. I just want to say thank you for loving my uniform. This is my wedding dress. I got married in it. Thank you. It's just on the Twitch chat.
I was there.
I'm answering.
For the end.
True. For the end.
I got the time wrong. Anyway, folks, hopefully this goes off without a hitch. Hopefully you can hear them and hopefully we can watch them. I think this is going to work fine. All right, we're going to rewatch and we're going to watch the Uhura trailer first and we're going to break down. Here we go.
Welcome aboard, everyone. Cadet Uhura, very happy to have you aboard.
Glad to be here.
Cadets, gotta be pretty impressive to make the cut. I hear you speak 12 languages.
37.
Wow. What's he saying?
The Universal Translator isn't processing it. Uhura, do something. That's not how linguistics works.
Starfleet would be fortunate to have an officer like you.
Who knows where I'll end up? I guess I'm still searching.
All right, so that's it. Let's get reactions. Girafe, this is what you've been waiting for. You get to see some Uhura. What do you got? What do you think?
Okay, first of all, Strange New World. I still see you. That's not a real trailer. That's awesome. I'm very happy. But don't try to lose me on. I want a real trailer, but that's great. I love the fact that they are doing the characters one by one, like little snippets, you know. They've been touting us with Uhura since the beginning, right? She was the first one announced. She was the first one in, that trailer where they were presenting all the characters. So I'm really happy that she has such a central place in Strange New World because that's not what I expected, but I knew she would have more of a story because we're in 2022. Yeah.
Yes.
But she's she's taking such a central place, even in the trailers, in the conversation. That makes me very excited for it. I was like, is she gonna be one of the not the main character, but the one that's gonna get the most development? I'm very excited about this. I love the trailer because there's one sentence that I have said so many times in my life, and that is not even a joke because, as you may know, I've studied linguistics and I speak several languages.
Wait, how many languages do you spespeak, Girafe?
It depends at which level. Fluently, 4 or 5.
Let's just say fluently
8.
and not fluently.
I don't know, fluently 4, not fluently total. I don't know, yet 4, 6. I don't know.
It's pretty awesome, though.
I have only 3 in my brain at the same time, okay?
I would say, that's current times, Uhura level. You could be Uhura in Starfleet.
37, I have no idea how she does. Actually, the more you learn, the easier it go.
Gets. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just you create links and you don't have to remember everything. So I was saying that sentence, that's not how linguistics work when they're like, translate, or do something. And she's like, I don't know. And I'll read something that a friend like wrote, but that's great to have Uhura being the linguist, being the one that knows and doesn't have like to scramble through a book for Klingon. I mean, come on.
Yeah, for real.
Your communication officer doesn't know Klingon. What is this? Okay. Anyway, I'm thrilled. You see her like in this beautiful dress uniform. There's like this little comedic side that I complained was missing from the trailer. If you remember, I was complaining because there was not this little like like sass that we expect from the character. So yeah, I loved it. I loved everything. It opened so many doors. I have so many questions. They seem all to be working so well together, like in like, what is it, less than a minute? How long is that? 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
And they look like already my favorite crew ever. Like, just
for real.
how in 30 seconds
Yeah.
it's already funny, it's already warm, it's already like connecting. You just want more, and that's excellent because it's just based on a character. I could speak about Uhura like for hours. So I've watched it like second by second 1,500 times today. I didn't work.
I
went to work, but I was like, I had something else to do.
I just want to say I'm proud of you because I expected about 19 minutes of hyperventilating and we got 0. So I mean, like that's progress.
Congratulations.
That's progress. So.
What? Well, how is that? I feel attacked.
You should feel attacked. That was 100% an attack. I just want to touch before Hawk goes. I want to touch on what you said about like Uhura possibly being the main character. Our big 3, right, are Pike, Spock, and Una. And the first character teaser we get is Uhura. Uhura is going to be a big deal.
I'm telling you, I want them to do something like TOS but lower decks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want Spock is not a lieutenant. He's not commander. He's lieutenant.
Lieutenant right now,
right? Yeah. So she's a cadet. Nurse Chapel. Like, I want it to be like, the scruffy little underdogs, like trying to get to the bridge. But like,
well, shit,
she
works on the bridge though. She's yeah,
but you see Baumler walking on the bridge. Have you seen that dude?
That's true.
Oh, I don't hear you anymore. Wait.
Oh yeah, your thing gets a little screwy every now and then, right? Well, that's okay. Okay. Well, you do your thing, Hawk.
No, it's okay. I'm back. Sorry.
Hawk, your thoughts on the trailer, teaser, whatever you want to call this, character breakdown.
So far I really like the approach, focusing on the individual characters and that. I do believe we're probably going to be getting a few more possibly this week,
I would think
they still
so.
have quite a few more cast members to go through in that until they get to, the top brass.
Chappelle, give us Chappelle.
I will say though, real quick, Hawk, sorry to interrupt you. If they do keep doing like 2 a day, we're not going to do a breakdown for every single one of them because that would be a lot of podcasting. But if we get like 4 in the next 2 days before Thursday, we'll include them on our live stream
I demand
this Thursday.
One for Spock.
Well, of course, we'll do a full one for Spock. Okay. All right. Even if it's just you and me. Shit, you could do it by yourself, Girafe. Anyway, Hawk, continue.
Again, like I love that the teasers are focusing on, not just the top 3 in that, obviously Pike, Spock, and Una. That, what's that? So, and obviously the first one, if you were going to start with anybody, had to be Uhura in that. And yes, it is 2022. This is the OG character in that, and I feel like she is going to have probably a better time in Strange New Worlds than even in the original TOS.
100%, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think we're going to get a lot more of her. I'll get a lot more backstory. It's already looking that way.
Yeah.
So far, Cecily Rose, I believe her name is.
Celia Rose. I think it's pronounced Celia. Yep.
Celia Rose Gooding.
Yep.
Yeah.
Celia Rose Gooding. Thank you. I knew there was a good in there somewhere. In that. And she's looking great in that, like Uhura, fresh face, like, on the bridge of the Enterprise is just,
she's got an infectious smile. She really does. Yeah. And she just wants to boldly go. And I love that. Yeah.
And I love the line about linguistics. I knew Girafe was going to go on.
Totally.
Yeah. Anyways, loving the first teaser.
Yeah. Same. I love it. To kind of go off what Star Trek Pike said on Twitch in the chat, we're not going to survive 2 a day. No, we're not. Hopefully it's not 2 more a day for the rest of the week because I got a lot of stuff to do. I loved this. I loved that what after this huge debacle with the investor showcase trailer, we're getting bits and pieces from that now in that teaser that we got, and now in these 2 teasers featuring Uhura and La'an. I love this. I love little hints. We're going to go into this one and break it down in a minute. Celia Rose Gooding, oh my God, is the perfect choice to play this role. And if you're not following on our Twitter, go follow her on Twitter right now. She's so excited to be playing this role, and I cannot wait to see more and more and more. Like Girafe said, I love that she's interacting with everyone. There is a very loud helicopter flying over my house right now. There's a military base not too far away, so I'm just gonna let that fly over for a second. It was actually the Enterprise, but that would be awesome. What was I saying? Yeah, just like all the little quick interactions. It's awesome to see like Pike excited to have a cadet on the bridge. Who knows how excited Evil Mirror Lorca was to have a fresh cadet out of the academy on the bridge sometimes, who's probably snooping around a little bit too much. But this is the Enterprise. This is boldly going where no one has gone before. And the fact that Pike is so excited to not only be back on his ship, but be surrounded by an amazing crew is awesome. Love that linguistics line. I'm going to beat a dead horse. Nope, I'm sorry, Pike. I'm not beating your horse. I'm sorry. And just say I knew Girafe was going to lose it. As she, yeah. So I'm so happy with it. What do you say? Let's see first if we have some comments on Twitch. Joaquin slowly wrote, I feel like we've gotten to know Kelvin Uhura a lot more than Prime Uhura, really. And that's true. And I think we're going to get to know this version of Uhura even better. Galaxy Star Queen 77 says, oh my God, I missed the second one. I haven't been on Twitter much today. I must watch after this. Well, don't worry, because after we do the Uhura one, we're going to watch the La'an one. So we'll be right there. But first, let's go back to the Uhura teaser. Let's look at it. Let's break it down. For this part, you guys actually won't see us. You'll just see the video. Unless, I covered up Hawk, and that would be rude. So I'm actually going to turn the volume off on the teaser. But we are going to watch it. All right, here we go. So, it moves so fast. So we get this first shot. I can't even pause fast enough, but we get that beautiful shot of, let me see if I can get it back.
We're going to watch it so much.
There we go.
I love
so
it. More!
Here, the first shot you get is of the beauty, the USS Enterprise NCC 1701. What's cool is that if you can see all the way in the back, there's actually some ship consistency with the Discovery timeline. I actually have that ship on my all my stuff behind me right now. So it's cool that they're keeping the Discovery verse consistency. I mean, but how cool is it to see just the Enterprise leaving space dock?
Absolutely.
As Girafe texts away. We move on.
No, I'm looking at the trailer on Twitch.
Oh.
Because I have to say, guys, that I don't see it on my computer.
Oh, yeah, you guys can't see it on okay, so that's fair.
I just lost my earphone, so if there's a feedback loop, just let me know.
Oh, okay.
That's what will happen.
Got you. Okay, so we move on. We're now on the bridge. We actually see a quick shot of, I believe this is Lieutenant Ortega. We'll see the shot in the La'an trailer as well. Spock is going to his station, and La'an is going to her station. Pike is headed to the chair. Lieutenant Ortega is at helm?
So much orange.
So much orange.
That was Sulu's original
position, so that's helm, right? So she's helm. Yeah, she's helm. And then an unknown character here. And then what do you guys think real quick? Because I saw some side shots today. The bridge was brighter on Discovery, and it seems they've toned it down a little bit to give more of the TOS aesthetic. What do we think about that slight change?
Listen, I'm not one of these carpet people.
I'm not a carpet person either. No.
I don't care. Like, it looks like the bridge of the Enterprise. There are characters going around. They could blow it up for all that matters. I'll be happy.
Why would you say such a thing?
They literally crash it like in the trailer.
Is that the Enterprise? Someone brought up a great point. We'll get to that. That looks like a TOS like style Enterprise. Nah, what?
It looks like not round. You know what I mean? Not a Voyager,
we'll
like not a round saucer.
Oh, and there she is in all her glory. I got her with her eyes closed. I'm so sorry. So happy to be at the communication station. Pike welcome her, saying it's glad to have you on board. This is just it's so cool seeing her there. And the uniforms are freaking awesome. So she's
I love
smiling.
the insignia. It's the same one that Tilly has, more or less. No?
It is the same exact one from Discovery, and then the Strange New Worlds one is the same one, I think, from Discovery as well for the main cast. And it looks really nice. There's Captain Pike. I know there's a lot of debate. We're gonna get to that in the mailbag about Pike's hair in these trailers.
It's magnificent.
It's magnificent. It's wavy.
I like it.
Handsome, man. Don't knock my man. Here we go. Moving on. There she is. Can I say though, right? Like infectious smile. Infectious smile.
There's a delay for me.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, here we go. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
The old style earpiece too.
Yep. Screen accurate.
I'm so glad that they thought of us cosplayer and they did a uniform that doesn't have like this insane neck, because I have a Disco Prize uniform and I cannot breathe in it.
And
I'm like,
my Discovery
thank you,
uniform.
World, thank you.
My Discovery season 4 uniform is going to be my most uncomfortable at Mission Chicago.
Same.
Mag says, glad they changed up the earpiece. It still has that classic look while being a little bit different. So we move on. We get the cool name across, giving some eyes to someone. I like that. We're going to keep going. Okay, so that was cool, right? We got to see probably Ortega's hit like the go button, the warp button, and I got the shot perfectly. The Enterprise right about to go to warp. Awesome. Okay, so this has been a thing of debate, and I'm not one of those people. I was already kind of knocking some of the other streams on Twitter for doing this. What do we think about the white corridors?
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Why?
I like it.
I didn't even follow this thing. Like, I just saw like the joke about it, and I was like, somebody's joking about carpets in the Stargazer. Most probably somebody was complaining about the carpet in the Stargazer. It's a spaceship. It does not exist. Okay, so chill
out.
Who cares?
Chill out.
Like,
agreed.
Do they really want, like, let's just bring in the 1960s, 60s like construction style for that.
No,
It's like, we'll just do plaster and paint.
I'm very happy that there's no like random tubes all over the place like in TOS, because like, what do you have so many tubes in your corridors, man? Like, where are they going? Nowhere. What are they doing? Nothing. Like,
I like the white. It is reminiscent of the JJ Prize, which I don't mind. I think it's sleek. I think it's sexy. I think it looks great.
sexy.
Judging by what we saw in Discovery, we will see some of those red corridors as well. So I'm not worried. I think it looks great. We're here now. We're stopped at a screen that is very reminiscent of the teaser that we got a couple of weeks ago.
What do you mean reminiscent? That's the exact same thing, right?
It is the exact same thing without the Enterprise in it. But then now it has the Enterprise in. But a cool shot to see the Enterprise. We don't really need to go into detail about this because we just don't know what's going on yet until we see the show. Star Trek Pike brings up a good point. The white corridors could be the medical deck. I mean,
there's a medical deck.
I think there is a medical. I think medical probably has a whole deck. That would make sense, right?
Deck?
Yeah, why not?
It would have to in that, because the Enterprise is a ship that have to respond to emergencies and that, which might mean tons of casualties,
refugee crises.
Yep.
I would have several medical bays, a different deck, because if that deck blows up, what
that's
do
a
you
good
do?
point.
You just go without a medical.
Right.
Good point. All right, let's keep going. All right, so
Girafe designing.
So we're now at this.
Starships.
So this scene is one that got shown, I believe, at I think it was like it wasn't the investor showcase, and Star Trek Pike can correct me on this where this scene was shown, but there was a whole breakdown of it. Pike is having this this gathering, and I believe Ortegas tells Uhura to wear their best, and that was a nice
His
little
dress
joke.
uniform.
But it is really nice, right?
I'm
Oh,
living
that's
for
right.
the dress uniforms.
The Critics
Like,
Association. that's what it
Discovery
is,
gave us like that beautiful like aubergine, dress
Mhm.
uniform from Burnham. I love it. This one is beautiful.
It really is
Thank
nice,
you.
isn't it?
I like
Because
the
we
zip
used
up.
to
I
do,
like
like,
that everything's
those-
got a zipper.
It got zipper.
Yeah, it's got a zipper.
Yeah, it's got a zipper. You can see
Yep.
that right up just above her hand there.
Yep.
Incredible.
But this is
I love
funny
it.
because like Ortega kind of plays a prank on the cadet. Everybody's in their casual clothes and she's in her dress uniform. But this just looks like a really fun scene. You know what's funny though about this shot? Behind Uhura kind of looks like Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru's like, blue milk bar, right? A little bit.
A little bit.
What?
It's
From,
like
from A New
containers.
Hope.
The containers.
It's the containers. It's a little Star Wars is what we're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Pike's kitchen. The captain
captain
cooks. The
cooks.
captain cooks. And SMK agrees. Everyone loves a zipper. We move on. There he is. Okay, now that hair. Woo. Woo. That hair is something. It's beautiful. I love it. Moving on. Oh, and we also see what's his name in the background. The character, the Andorian.
And the Andorian.
Yeah, which is
I don't
cool.
remember his name
Is
either.
that one of the white Andorians?
Yes, that's the main one of the main
It's an
characters.
Einar.
Yeah, it's an Einar. Yeah. Yep.
Ah, cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Hammer is the name.
Hammer,
That's right.
thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Joaquin Slowly. All right, we keep moving on. Okay. All right. Whoo. What is this, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen?
still waiting for Twitch to update. Sorry. Oh, here we go.
What
Yes.
is going on here?
They crashed it again. It's very TOS.
I don't think it's the Enterprise. I think it could be I think it could be the Yorktown. It could be the Constellation. It could be the Constitution. There's a lot of other Constitution classes out there. I don't think in season 1 of Strange New Worlds are going to crash the Enterprise.
Why not?
Man, no one wants. I don't want to see that. Do you want to see that?
I mean, like, look, this is very badly crashed ship, and that's no power.
That thing
in
is
I
not
don't-
getting back up off.
It's not getting up that like easily in that. So I'm gonna go with it's not the Enterprise. It's got to be another ship.
Well, okay, so I thought it was the Enterprise. Then I saw the La'an trailer where they see like these like people cut in pieces all over the place.
Yes.
And they seem like going into, and in this trailer, they seem to be into a dark, like totally darkened ship. And I was like, see, if we put like things together, maybe it's a ship that crashed and they're looking to rescue. They see like all this blood, they get in. There's like these local dude, I guess, hanging. I don't know.
Is this a
Like,
snowy
putting
region
things
of
together.
Kronos, and this is a after effect of the Klingon War? Or maybe not Kronos, but still an after effect of the Klingon War, a crash ship they're salvaging or they're rescuing?
I'd say rescue. Yeah.
Yep.
That makes more sense to me.
We will see. I'm like so excited about this episode already. We haven't seen anything yet. Moving on. Okay, here we go, Giraffe. This is your part. We see the blue guy with the staff. I love his makeup already. That's probably Alchemy Studios again, which is awesome. I'm just gonna let this play for a second. La'an's like, Uhura, do something. That's not how linguistics works. Sorry,
And
what's going
we
on?
agree that this looks like a Federation starship.
It 100% is a Federation starship.
So I think it's the crash one that
Mhm.
has, and the local dude is just like got in to do we don't know what. And in La'an trailer, we see them again in like a nice planet, kind of with like traces of blood everywhere.
Mhm.
like-
Yeah, like
Yeah,
basically
like-
they're walking into a mass. They've walked into the
Yeah.
aftermath of a massacre.
Yeah.
I love the fact that like she's so offended by the
Mhm.
comment, by the way.
What are you
Like they're
talking
literally
about?
like freaking out in a dark dark abandoned spaceship where everybody seems to be dead in front like of an unknown species, and they're like, do something, and she's like, so funny, like, that's not how linguistics work.
I love it. I love it. It was such a great
I
line.
love that.
I think this cast is going to have such awesome chemistry. I can't wait. All right, let's keep going. Okay, there's your boy. I know you can't see it yet, Giraffe, but your boy's about to pop up on screen. Mr. Sideburns.
Okay.
I have so many questions. How
Right.
do you manage to make Ethan Peck look like this? Like, that's like some like dedication. It's some like, I want him to look weird, you know? Like, the dude was like going around with half his eyebrows for like a year. What happened? What is this?
And what's he saying? He's saying that Starfleet, we'd be lucky to have an officer like you. But it is a very the Sideburns going almost to the lips is a weird choice. People complain about how the ship looks. We complain about how Sideburns look.
No, I mean, this is insane. And we know that Sideburns in Star Trek was like down to a fucking science. They had like manual and books and like angles and like jigmajig that they used
Dude,
to have, like, the
Sideburns were no joke
perfect
in the 60s.
Starburn, like
Yeah.
sideburns. And like, this is made on purpose. This
Yeah.
is like, this is no. And I think maybe it has something to do with them trying to match the cage kind of like weird ass.
And that's what
Right.
Joaquin slowly
That.
says as well. Yeah.
Okay, and I do in my head canon, he's still like in his rebellious phase.
That's
He,
what I
like,
was saying too.
He doesn't want to look like his daddy, and he like try like some weird haircut. He doesn't want to look like a Vulcan too much, like.
Mhm.
So he's still like cutting his bangs by himself.
Mm.
Don't do that.
Which
Don't do
is
that, man.
the Cage Hawk. It sounded like you had a lot on this too.
Yeah, it threw me there. And then like once you mentioned the cage, I was like, okay, and then Girafe's points are great in that, the rebellious phase and that, because it's like the entire time I was thinking this is not that very efficient haircut that Spock always rocked in that, So yeah, there is some youthful outrage going on here.
The de-yassified Spock, like a de-yassification, an un-yassification. You take him in season 2 of Discovery, and he's so hot, like the beard, like the like dark emo face, like I hate my dad, and other days, the sun rises and the sun set, and he like crashes things, and we're like, they put him in an EV suit. Then like there's this slow decay of Spock, like going back, like it's like he got his beard, and you're like, I'm still into it, like Q&A,
Yeah. Yep.
looking fresh, looking good, and then like it's just like me, and I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to us? Like we got season 1 sucked, but you gave us all the eye candy. Why?
I
Is
feel
it
like they'll
going
give us an
somewhere?
explanation. I feel like they will. We'll see. Maybe they won't, and maybe they'll just be like, "Deal. These are his sideburns, and we like it." Moving on. Getting some great advice from Spock. Looks like Uhura is going to have a lot of fun on away missions in an EV suit. We're going to keep going. And then a shot of a ship getting fired upon. And then finally, this beautiful shot of Uhura looking over well, actually, I think that's Spock's station. She's going to pass by, but I think she's looking over to the communication station. We get the look. We get the fade out. Strange New Worlds, May 5th. And back to us. Any other final thoughts on the Uhura trailer before we move on to the La'an trailer? Go ahead.
The EV suits are back.
The EV suits are back. Who doesn't love a good EV suit?
Yes.
I love it. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna have to watch some of the magic behind the curtain of how podcasts are made again, because I'm gonna add the La'an one now. So here we go. This is it dropped on us late in the evening. La'an Noonien-Singh got her own character breakdown trailer. Here we go. This is it.
Captain Pike, Lieutenant La'an Noonien-Singh, Chief of Security.
Welcome back and welcome aboard, everyone.
When I was a kid, I was the only one to survive. I know what it feels like to be alone.
You are.
Scared. But I can't just keep running. That's just who I am.
It's really funny. The La'an Noonien-Singh teaser has so much more going on. It's so much more fast paced for a trailer that is the exact same length as the Uhura one.
She's a security
Yeah,
officer,
exactly. So it's
she
going to
needs
be
to kick some ass,
Yeah,
and
it
take
is.
some name.
Yep, exactly. So
Plus, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Plus, it's a new character,
Yeah,
so they need to
exactly.
build a hype.
That's true.
Like the hype is already here for Uhura. Come on,
Exactly.
Like, but yeah.
Very true. Let's go in the other direction this time. Hawk.
Significant echo. Wait,
Oh.
from me?
Significant echo. I didn't see. Oh. Okay, that might have been from the trailer. Are people getting echo now? No.
Apparently not. So.
Okay, good. We're gonna keep going. So we'll go in the reverse order this time. Hawk, we'll start with you. Your thoughts on the La'an teaser?
So far, very fascinated. I'm picking up, maybe Giraffe will agree in that. I'm picking up a Kamina drummer vibe in that from the character in that.
So much.
Right?
Oh my
not
God,
not just the
yes.
aesthetic in that, but the attitude too. The way she carries herself on the bridge and that, obviously because she's security officer, chief of security in that. But yeah, that was my biggest takeaway from it in that. So far, I'm very fascinated. There was a lot going on in this trailer in that as far as action. And was that her doing a roundhouse on Una?
It was indeed 100%. They are fighting in what I think a lot of people are saying is one of the nacelles, which will be interesting of why they're there. But I dig it. Yeah.
Also, are they setting up like a Spock and her, like a ship?
Maybe.
They better not, because I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna burn this franchise. They already killed Murder Bay. Like I'm on my last rope. Like if they do that,
Ooh,
why do
I
you say
know.
things like this to me? Why would you say that?
It's just it's a weird. It's just
It's got to be brought up.
It's a vibe. I mean, like, they're on a shuttle mission together and that, but like him, like kind of coming over to do a mind meld and that. For
Oh, okay. Spock is a mind meld whore. Like he mind melded a stone. He mind melded a wall. He mind melded like like no, I do not accept this. Veto.
Veto, love it. People are talking about Babs Alasamokin right now, and he was actually in Dune. If you don't know that, they're talking about Mbenga, Dr. Mbenga. So that's pretty cool. Giraffe, did you have any more thoughts, Hawk, or can Giraffe go?
I really want to hear what Giraffe thinks.
Hit it.
Yeah. So first of all, again, these trailers have no subtitles, so I understand like a fraction of them, but that's okay. I do think it's a good trailer to introduce a new character. I like the fact that they give us a little bit of a hint why she's named Singh, Noonien-Singh. So that's kind of cool. There's like a mystery. We want like to know more. And to be honest, they had to create new characters to add more female characters.
Yeah.
Because there's not so many in TOS.
If you think about everybody that we've seen on the bridge, I think the women outnumber the men on
that's
the
goddamn
bridge,
right.
which is fucking awesome. I love it.
So she gave me some like non-vibe too, in like the kind of like very serious but kind of funny a little bit. I love that each of these teasers, two of them now, have a little bit of humor in them. Because as much as I love Discovery, I thought that the end of Discovery was getting too serious. I like the little jokes, I like the little nudge, I like the little,
Yeah.
I'm really happy, like the moment where she's like looking at the light. It's so
Yeah.
hilarious. And yeah, we'll see. I think it's more a relationship of like respect with Spock. Because if she's like an augment,
Yeah.
Yep. She's a smart girl. So
Yep. I have a lot of feelings on this, because the more I think about this character, who I think is going to be badass no matter what, I wonder why in Space Seed, how they're going to explain this, because I know they will. The writer's room for all of New Trek are incredibly smart, and a lot of them are fans. But now my brain is going at warp 10, not going to turn into a salamander, I promise, about why
how Spock knows her and not.
Well, why is Spock not going to bring up to Kirk, like, oh, hey, by the way, it's like not bringing up Cybok or Michael, right? Like, I knew another Noonien-Singh.
But is that surprising for Spock?
No, not one bit. No, Spock doesn't disclose shit. So, no, it makes sense. But like, I would like to know if like, does Spock get hurt? Like, is she still around come TOS and Space Seed? Like, what happens to this character? Is it just in name? Is it going to be, I wouldn't even call it a letdown, because if she's connected to Khan or not, I don't care either way, as long as she's a really cool character. I loved this teaser. I like how they're kind of making these teasers interconnected too. They're sharing some scenes from one another. We are getting those laughs. It looks like Dr. Mbenga is scanning her and she's making a really funny face. Like, this is going to be Star Trek, right? This is going to be Star
By the way,
yeah, go ahead.
That scene where she's getting scanned, don't you think what she's wearing reminds us of like the civilization we see in the trailer? Like
it is,
like,
yeah, medieval times, or
one,
it could be Billups people. They could be visiting Billups planet from Lower Decks.
Nice callback.
Yeah.
The crossover we never knew.
We never knew we needed. Yeah. I really dug this. I like that, she is a Singh at the end of the day. She could be an augment. She is fighting Una. That is very interesting. I like that. I don't know. I like the whole aesthetic. I like that we basically saw her with a straight face the entire time. She is the chief of security. What does that mean? And I want to know what the hell is going on with Spock. But those are my thoughts. Let's do what we did with the horror trailer. Let's go deep in depth. Let's break this one down. I'm going to turn off the audio for La'an's. I'm going to go back to the video, and we're going to do this thing. So here we go. So right here, right at the very beginning, I think this is a great way to open, like, because this is what everybody wants to see, is like Pike walking onto the bridge, right? And it immediately gives you goosebumps. And maybe he has goosebumps. Like, we're all with you, Anson. We all want to walk onto the bridge, too. So I love this shot of him walking onto the bridge. So here we go. Introducing herself. I'm guessing this is Pike's first time back on the Enterprise since leaving his ranch, and he's getting to know some people who are not on his ship.
By the way, I think they're on orbit of Earth, no? Is that Earth?
This is Earth. Yeah, I think they're about to depart Earth. So immediately he is introduced to his new, maybe not, introducing herself, so has to be new, Chief of Security. Not a lot to go on here, but still an interesting moment to maybe Pike coming back to an Enterprise he doesn't quite know. Anything?
I never really got to talk about the aesthetics that they use on the bridge and that. I really like it.
Yeah.
Like, less of like, the hologram, and, I know programmable matter is well into their future in that. I like that it shares a lot of the aesthetics of the TOS era and that, but it just makes more sense.
They have better screen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think like Discovery has already like spoiled anytime they enter Enterprise Bridge, because I still hear Georgia going like, "Ew, orange." Like, even when I watch TOS now,
You just
every
hear her
time they
voice.
open the bridge, I'm like, "Ew, orange."
Going back to Spock real quick. Joaquin slowly writes, he's a private dude, our favorite Vulcan. He wouldn't have ever told Kirk and co about his fiance, parents, or half brother if they all didn't show up and say how they were related to him. Yeah.
Or his sister too.
Or his sister.
I love his sister.
Yeah. Mag also says, I love close reads like this. Thank you, Mag. We love doing these. It's a lot of fun. So not a lot to go on here, but this is their first introduction, not just to Pike, but to Spock as well. So we keep going. There she is. You get I love that what they're doing with the trailers here and doing this, like, name across. It's pretty neat. We keep going. We get the same bridge shot from the last trailer. Oh. These three little, like, quick boom, boom, boom snapshots of the Enterprise.
It's the same shot than, by the way, the bridge shot is the same shot than in Uhura shot.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, it's the exact same
sorry.
shot. No, it's okay. It's okay. I know you have a little bit of a delay. But these three shots of the Enterprise, the ship is so beautiful. Like, okay, I think everybody knows by now my favorite ships are the Enterprise B and the Enterprise E. But damn, is the Disco Prize inching its way up to the top spot? What do we think about this Enterprise? Better than TOS? You're not a ship person. I know you're not a ship person. I know.
I'm not that kind of shipper. I'm a shipper, but I'm not that
not
kind
that
of
shipper. Yeah. Hawk, where does the Disco Prize lie for you?
Obviously, yeah. It's modernizing the ship is always a tough task and that, but I think they're really kind of helping to hem it into the Disco universe and that, like with what they've chosen. They keep what they need in that, but they update what they have to.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, she's a beauty. Moving on. Here we go. So here she is looking out a window of. Does the Enterprise have triangle windows? Is this the Enterprise? Is it an escape hatch?
I think it looks like an escape hatch, but hatch, not patch. Escape patch.
Ooh. Intrigue.
But I don't think they have triangle window. Maybe an airlock. Still, the airlock I don't think they have triangle.
Maybe an escape pod. Yeah, maybe. I know this might not be the Enterprise. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Star Trek Pike is saying, could it be an airlock? Go ahead, Hawk.
I get an airlock vibe because look how the pattern behind her mirrors the front.
Yeah.
So it's like a compartment that's that's basically able to be compressed. And
Mag
by the way,
she's racking up pool
use
balls.
Airlocks way more in Star Trek. Nobody's getting airlocked. I find it very outrageous in nowadays in sci-fi that they don't use their airlock more.
Ron D. Moore doesn't work on the show. What can you say? Okay, so we're on. I think this is the same planet that we keep seeing them beam down to in all three trailers, like Girafe said earlier. Except we see lots of blood on the ground. I think you also said that here.
Is that a limb?
It's a limb, but it's not a
yeah.
human. Oh no, it's a human limb.
Ooh, well, this could be the same planet that the Constitution class vessel crashed on. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure it is because it's the same people with
Yeah,
the mouth,
yeah.
like the bag and whatever. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure it's the same one.
Yeah.
Mag says it's White Walker.
Speaking of crossovers we never knew we needed. We keep going. Okay, so this is important. We see a shot of what looks like La'an's past. She says she is the sole survivor of her people. What does that mean? Was this an enclave of augments, or was it not? What's going on here?
Do you have an idea how much I've tried to look at that patch on her elbow? Not elbow, shoulder. Sorry. Like I was like, what is this? What is this? Is that a Federation?
It's so blurry,
Is that
you
a
cannot
Terran
tell,
one?
yeah.
What is
Yeah.
this?
I know.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting an impression that the Noonien-Singh family may have been on the run for generations.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression too.
If she means by people, she means her family and that,
Yeah.
then like, with Khan and that, basically like becoming the dictator of Earth back in the 90s and that, it's like,
Mhm.
Obviously deposed and that maybe her family had been on the run for this many generations.
Yeah.
Or she's not totally from that universe.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
Why not?
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
think about it.
Oh no,
Think
I'm
about
not. Listen, I've been waiting for the Kelvinverse theory, so go off.
It's not a Kelvinverse theory, but
Uh-huh.
we know that Khan was like frozen, put on ice, okay, on the Botany Bay for like centuries, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So the question is, if she's Noonien-Singh, and they don't use that name like this, maybe she's not totally from here. Maybe
True,
she's like,
but she does fully introduce herself to Pike saying, I'm La'an Noonien-Singh, like full name.
yeah, but okay, do you remember people from 300 years ago and like names?
No.
They were like great tyrants.
Well, Noonien-Singh
Genghis
would have been
Khan?
very
And we know too that they lost a lot of data and information from that era, right?
Mhm.
And they don't really know a lot about what went down. Like,
Yeah. True.
so I don't know.
We'll see. Let's keep going. This we are assuming is young La'an Noonien-Singh, and Star Trek Pike brings up a great point. We're going to meet her brother, I think, in the first 2 or 3 episodes. So it'll be the flashbacks. So here we go. Keep going on. Some weird handshake. Okay. We saw the shuttle. We saw the shuttle in the first teaser. The return of the beautiful Galileo type shuttlecraft. Just a cool shot of seeing it flying around. And now we get Spock and La'an. They look like they've been through some kind of conflict. The shuttle interior, beautiful. Bit of an upgrade. They can actually see out the windows now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can we stop on the fact that these shuttles are huge?
It's like a runabout.
It's not a shuttle. It's like it look like a humongous ship. You remember Galileo 7? Like
Yeah.
I just remember a lot of people died. I remember
a lot of people died of giant apes. I don't know. It was a mess. But the shuttle is not that big. Even the shuttle in TNG are not that big. Like
No.
you have to wait like the Delta Flyer to have a huge like
Or a runabout.
shuttle.
Yep.
Like I'm doing quotation mark. I know you don't see me, but like quotation mark shuttle. Like this is a humongous shuttle, man.
Yeah.
That is a lot of
This is
space.
huge.
Oh,
Look at it in my apartment.
Star Trek Pike says it kind of looks like a redress of Disco Shuttle, which I kind of disagree with because I thought the Disco Shuttles looked very, very small and were very reminiscent of the TNG shuttlecrafts. But who knows?
Are we sure it's a shuttle?
Yeah, this is 100% a shuttle. 100%.
But look, there are like other like screens and so on in the back.
Yeah, no,
Shuttle
this
would
is a
not
shuttle.
have-
You'll see in the front. We'll keep going. You'll see another shot of it. This is definitely the shuttle because it's still got like those Galileo vibes. You can tell by it'll change for you in a second. The side windows are those very classic Galileo shuttles. Oh, the season 4 disco shuttles.
Yeah, but
I
then
feel like the season
how?
4 disco shuttles are very rounded.
They
These
were
are very,
very
square.
cramped, too.
Yeah. So,
And like, because I remember that cadets episode and that
Yeah. I don't know. I think this
seems-
looks very large. I do agree with Giraffe. These are comfy,
Yeah.
cozy shuttlecraft.
Dude, you can live in this. Like
Yeah.
it's $1 million in LA.
It even looks bigger than Michael's courier ship that we saw in season 3.
Absolutely.
Then again, she couldn't afford a really big ship then. So here we go. This is a big moment. It already skipped. I'm going to rewind. Let's see if I can pause on it. Okay. Okay. The mind meld. They are mind melding. This is an interesting choice. Spock and Vulcans don't mind meld with anybody. Why is this happening?
Okay, wait, what? Okay. Have you watched TOS? Like Spock is like literally mind melding with everything. And I'm not saying everyone, I'm saying everything. It mind meld with a hoarder. Like what? Okay. The other thing too is like when she's in the shuttle, like just like the image before, she's like blinking, like kind of like blinking, you know? You
Like she was
see
just
her,
crying.
Like, you
Yeah.
know, and
Mhm.
I wonder what's going on. Spock is sort of a mind flirt. Flirt, you're very polite because I don't call that a flirt. I call that a whore. Okay, like I
Mind
always
meld
say
whore.
that. Are we going PG? I'm sorry.
No, what have we? No,
No,
we're
okay.
only.
I saw your
no.
face. I was like, oh,
No, I said fuck like three times earlier. So no, we're good.
sorry.
No, you're good. We're only PG for Prodigy.
So
kinda
even
rhymes.
whales. Thank you. He mind melds with a
He
whale,
does with Gracie. Yeah,
dude.
Not
Okay.
the hell your whales.
Anyway, what was I saying? I love the man, but come on. So she started blinking. There's something going on, and that would be interesting, actually, that she does not remember her past, which would explain a lot on how she's a Noonien-Singh, and like maybe there's like something. Don't want to slut shame Ethan. Come on. This is my national sport. What are you doing? Okay.
I'm sad that we can't see the giant cutout right now.
Oh yeah, it's here. Hello. What was I saying? Yeah, so that's interesting that they choose to show it in a trailer introducing the character.
Mhm.
So I do hope there's something going on that she does not remember who she is, or maybe she doesn't know who she is, or why. I mean, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Gracie is pregnant. Is she?
Hawk, how about you? What do you
Pick up
think's
the
going on here?
children.
Yeah, I know. I want to say it's his intimate act and only used in the reserve and that, but yeah, you know, but I do remember.
Now that you think about it, right?
Spock mind melded with a rock.
Dude, didn't he mind meld with like a wall in like Braden circuses or something like that, or like prison bars? Like
That's right. Remember? Yeah, he went through the wall to get to the guard, right?
Like
With the mind meld.
Yeah, a Braden circuses or like something like that. I don't remember, but he mind melds with a wall.
Spock is a magical man.
He's a magical man. He's my magical man.
Even still, I think I think in this case, in that there's something important that they both need to know. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a pass in that. But yeah, it is interesting in that, you know, for like a brand new character, you know, for the series and that a mind meld would be necessary at that point, and that there's something important there.
Let's chew on this for a second, because this is a great theory. Everybody's saying it in the chat. Joaquin slowly says, maybe with the ban on genetic engineering, La'an's family had to go into hiding, and she and her brother don't even know their own history. Thoughts on that? Because that's pretty damn good.
Okay, so I read a lot of fan fiction and I read a lot of
I didn't know
comic
that.
books, so sometimes I don't remember where I know things from. So bear with me. But isn't there like a comic book about them like finding augments on an abandoned planet?
Maybe.
Is that one of IDW, or did I make that up? I think I made it up because I don't read. No, I think it's a comic book because I don't read fan fiction about like augments. I'm not that crazy yet. Maybe it's coming. I don't know. Who knows? But I think there's something about augments being like still existing, but like under the radar. Oh,
Yeah.
is that an Enterprise? It's an
It is an
ENT
There was
Enterprise
a-
because
there was
Brent
a-
Spiner's in that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like a 3-episode
I'm
arc
not
on
totally
that.
saying thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's an ENT episode.
is.
So why not? That's
No,
totally
it's a good
possible.
point.
She's one of the descendants of these augments.
Yep. Really cool thing happening right now. Geeks with Kids, our friends from Geeks with Kid, Eric and the gang from the D&D crew rating us. Thank you for coming on to the
yay!
live show. Thank you for the raid. I hope D&D night was awesome. We're going to keep moving along after this Spock and La'an mind meld. Okay, so I was talking with Star Trek Pike earlier about these. I'm going to rewind a little bit so we can see them. These beautiful bomber jackets. I went all the way back to the shuttlecraft. I apologize, but we have to. Okay, I'm not going to get okay. We can see the patch here. These bomber jackets are awesome. While they are black, they are still very reminiscent of the Wrath of Khan Search for Spock away jacket, and I love it, and I want one so badly. And we can't see the angle here, but there on the other side of the jacket is a Enterprise patch, like a patch for the Enterprise. So I want this jacket. I want the patches.
But the problem is that, Star Trek merchandising is not doing a good job. I'm gonna shame them.
Well, no,
a little
we have to
bit
go to
because,
eBay for everything.
Like, first of all, I have to make everything.
That's true.
Which is good. It's making me like crafty and stuff, but it's costing me money. Star Trek just made a Murph plush already. Just give us like this like jacket. We'll buy it.
Yep.
We're suckers. We'll do it.
I like the scarf
nice.
too.
We'll give you money.
I like the neck scarf look.
On top of that, there's thousands of indie artists out there who are already doing the work for them, and that why not just get incorporated into one big pool in that where we can go in, punch in our credit card number, and get this stuff.
Yeah. In the next shot, Spike. I pulled an Anson Mountain. I've called him Spike before, and we're not even talking about Pike. We're talking about Spock. Spock is asking La'an about how she's feeling, and she says she's feeling scared. Not really a ton. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Again, he looks like very concerned for a Vulcan.
He does look very concerned. It's true.
You did show it again. And there's that moment where she's driving the shuttle and she blanks and he looks at her and he looks concerned again. And then he looks concerned again. So there's definitely something going on with her. Like she's possessed.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. I have to say the sideburns look a lot better at this angle than they do in the other angle.
Oh, this is Spock seeing La'an's past through the mind belt.
Ooh.
Okay, when they actually he actually physically walks around in the memory.
That's very good. That's very good. I like it. We do see that, and she's looking very concerned here as well. If you Girafe, you'll see it in a second. Excuse me. Yeah, she has a very concerned look on her face here. I was going to say, Joaquin Silva, I was going to say the same thing about the sideburns. They look much less extreme here. Extreme was a good word for the previous teaser.
They are the same sideburns.
Yeah,
they're
probably.
terrible.
Yeah.
Do not like to Star Trek for
in that one. It's just in the one angle. The one sideburn looked a little curly Q, like mustache twirling villain, and I don't know why.
Let's talk about this moment here, because why are Una and La'an fighting in what is maybe a nacelle?
I think it's the warp core.
Yeah, looks like the engineering deck.
Okay, it looks like the warp core in TOS.
Okay.
Like exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Better, but like exactly this like shape. Okay. So it looks like the warp core. The other thing that I'm gonna say is that that's her hairdo she has. We've seen that hairdo somewhere else.
Number ones?
Yeah.
It's very Vulcan, right?
It's absolutely T'Pau hairdo in Amok Time, like 100%. You can quote me, Star Trek. I know my Vulcan fashion. This is 100% T'Pau hairdo in Amok Time with like the braids and then the hair. So I'm wondering what's going on, but that's I think it's engineering. I think it's the TOS warp core, that we saw behind a glass door. I mean glass, whatever. Transparent aluminum, I suppose.
Hello, computer.
This is the same shape, but like, more sexier.
Yep. Hawk, why are they fighting? She's found out her deep, dark secret.
Possibly,
right? Who knows? We haven't seen anything.
One of them is an imposter. I don't know. I mean,
ooh, that would be really funny if what if number one was an imposter?
I think too, like we've established that there's something going on that is wrong with La'an. I wonder if she's not like out of her mind. She attacks Una. She steals a shuttle. Spock is there and tries to like mind meld to like bring her back to sanity. I'm writing the first episode. Like, just Star Trek contact me.
I can't wait for the Giraffe is right meme to come back. We'll see. Let's move on from the fight. We're on a really cool, strange new world. It's very bright. It's very glowy. Whatever this thing is that she's at is absolutely beautiful. I'm not even going to ask to speculate because we can't. The show is called Strange New Worlds. This is what this is. We'll find out when we see the show, but it's really cool looking. Here we go. Medieval planet. Is this Billip's people? Is it not Billip's people? Is it just medieval planet? I want to know, but this looks like a moment of comedy, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Draft is still waiting, I think, for the screen.
No, I'm looking at the image. How do you know it's Mbenga?
Because who else would have a medical scanner?
True.
Why? Who?
Okay.
Right?
I'll give you this one.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that's just kind of the assumption, right?
Which would explain. She went to that planet. She got like,
Possessed.
it's sex pollen or something like this, but like angry pollen. Like, and then she gets out of her mind and she thinks she's like on a mission. She like kicks Una's ass and then steals a shuttle, and Spock is here because why not?
Why not?
He's here.
Why not?
Right? And then he minds melt with her and he sees her past and she's like thinking she's fleeing her past. I'm writing that whole episode. I'm
I like
writing it. It's happening.
SMK asks, Western planet is a necessity, right, Hawk?
Oh yeah. Oh God, yes, I have to do a Western episode, please. Joaquin slowly writes, maybe La'an is a Manchurian candidate and was programmed and doing things without being aware of them, which would explain both Spock's mind meld and fighting Una.
Dig it.
I think that's a very good idea, but I think Star Trek is not going to be that smart because I really like
We'll
it.
see.
And yeah.
I have no idea what this is. It looks like a ship flying by. She's crashing it. The trailer ends with her saying, that's just the kind of person I am to Captain Pike. Then she has this very menacing look on her face, which I love. It's like, ooh, intrigue, mystery.
Oh,
Who
menacing.
is she?
Why do you say it's menacing?
That's a menacing face.
It's serious.
A serious
It's
face.
serious.
Okay, not
She
menacing.
looks like
Sorry.
concerned, like sad kind of a little bit to me.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know.
I don't
I think
know.
this is like the, ooh, I'm about to turn on you face, but I could be wrong.
Mm.
Anyway, that is the La'an trailer. We are back to our faces. Anything else on these before we move on, Giraffe? I know that you had some things you wanted to read from an Uhura fan group that you're a part of.
Yeah, so I'm part of other Star Trek servers on Discord.
Cheater.
Cheater. And sure enough, I'm part of like a group that like is really into Uhura. And everybody was losing their mind at the trailer. I posted it this morning and I had to wait 2 hours for people to answer me because everybody's working. So it was very sad. But like I like that. I asked some people like what did they think about it? And I think everybody has the same reaction to that trailer. People that are super fan, people that are into it, kinda.
Mhm.
So, MC wrote, so glad that right out of the gate they're focusing on Uhura's linguistic talents. Hope they retcon that awful Uhura doesn't know Klingon scene from the otherwise excellent Undiscovered Country. But what's up with Spock's sideburns? I need Michael to come back for the future to smack some sense into him. Love from MC Frodis. I have to say that server, by the way, is a Spock Uhura shipper server. So
Oh,
That's like on
that's gonna
point
get
for it.
wild. I love it. Nice.
yeah,
We-
that's
That's
let's read our mailbags.
okay. Let's read our mailbags. All right, let's get to it. It is, in fact, time for. We didn't do a poll, but it is time for the mailbag.
Hailing frequencies are open.
And Hawk, why don't you lead us off with Lexi's mailbag for these teasers?
Sure. Lexi wrote, Celia fits into the role very well. It's great seeing Uhura get the spotlight she deserves as a character. Ethan Peck, I feel, is Schrodinger's Spock with this show. He both looks damn fine and a mess. In some shots, the hair looks good. In others, my boy, what did they do to you?
I'm gonna tell you, it's like hot boy that doesn't know he's hot fashion.
True.
Believe me.
True. Giraffe, take the next one, please.
Elle wrote, I'm so excited to delve deeper into Uhura's character. Also, I don't like Pike's hair. Sorry. I think it was really nice in Discovery. So basically, we're against hair in that trailer. It's the only problem,
It's
right?
funny we get so much
Been
more.
a controversial subject this week.
We get so much of Strange New Worlds in these two teasers, but we're talking about mostly 95% sideburns.
Can I
and
say that
hair.
I love Uhura's hair?
Yeah, that's
Like,
awesome.
as much in Discovery 4, like we have like this awesome like braids and like
Mhm.
fashion for the hair. I really like the fact that she has very short hair.
It looks
which
great.
I think when you need to kick ass is pretty cool.
Yep.
Right? It's pretty practical.
Yep. Agreed. Completely. Captain Pikachu wrote, Spike has the more hair, has the cage hairstyle. Feels like he had a battle with scissors and won't admit he did it wrong and has just chosen to go with the hairstyle and is daring anyone to question him. Oh, all the mailbags about the hair. I love it. Back to the top. Hey, go ahead, Hog.
All right. So Haven wrote, I love these short trailers. They are such a tease. These are the type of introductions I always imagined when I wanted to create my own to introduce people to Star Trek. So I feel like these will be the best way to boldly go where no one has gone before on board the Enterprise.
Nice. And Draft, close it out with Jesco's, please.
Jesco wrote, they are really getting my imagination going. I love the little glimpses of OA missions we are getting. Like that one cool alien or La'an in fancy dress with some kind of device being shown to her. Cannot wait for context. Just someone gets Spock to the barbershop.
Oh man, are we just going to be talking about hair and reviewing
I'm
haircuts
telling
for
you.
season 1?
I'm telling you, they gave it to us too good in Disco 2.
They did.
Like, you didn't know me back then, but like, do you imagine how I was a mess? I was a fucking mess. Like, I just like was like, and I think that they're just like, I don't know why they're doing this. Sell it to us. Sell it to us. We're gonna buy it.
You, oh my God, hairstyles, Uhura, La'an, Captain Pike, sideburns. It's all amazing. Who knows what's going to happen over the next few days, guys? Maybe we're going to get 2 more of these tomorrow and 2 more the next day until next week. And then maybe something big happening at Mission Chicago. We'll be there. We'll find out. We'll be reporting from the ground. A lot going on. Any final thoughts before we close comms?
No, we can't wait to see some people for real next week.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
already next week.
I know,
How?
next week. That's
I feel I've been waiting for this for a year.
Yeah.
Feels like there's still another week of March to go.
I know, right? We're gonna bring a cardboard cutout of Hawk's head with us too, so he's there in spirit.
Aww.
But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for our Uhura and La'an Noonien-Singh teaser breakdowns. You can join us this coming Thursday in just a mere less than 48 hours at this point. How time flies! We will be reviewing episode 205 of Star Trek Picard. Fly me to the moon. Yeah, I sang. You don't get that often. We'll be back with that on Thursday. But for Giraffe for Hawk, I'm Julian. I'll say live long and prosper. Majram. Good night.